This is Dick Johnson here for a very special event. We have a Robot Fighting Championship race to the finish. I'm here with my best friend, my partner in crime, one of the greatest humans on planet Earth, Bob Beans. Our course has been carefully designed by some of the top racing course engineers in the world. The course is going to start right here at the finish line, is also known as the start line, right by the American flag, Old Glory. First challenge our racers will have is through the cones of color. You can hit the cone, you can pass the cone, you can go around the cone, just get through the cones. Next, after the cones, we have roadblocks. The drivers will need to drive over the roadblocks and enter into a very dangerous and narrow pass where they will have to navigate through a maze. One wrong turn and your race is finished. After the maze, they're going to make a sharp hairpin turn and go through the obstacles. If you see these obstacles closely, you'll notice some of them are very sharp, very dangerous. You can get a flat tire, you can die. After the tools, it's straight up the ramp, a narrow ramp that is, where one wrong turn can lead to death. After the ramp, they're going to shoot off the edge, go under the gate, around the turn, through one more very tiny tunnel, where they're going to go right down to the straightaway. And we call this the fastest part of the race. Both drivers will open up their throttles and attempt to make it to the finish line and defeat the other robot. May the best robot win. Wow, am I excited for this one. How about you, Bob? Dick, I remember the last time we did this, I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. It's nice to see these robot competitors racing against each other instead of literally beating the oil out of each other. I'm very excited for this. I think it's going to be a fun event. Hopefully, both robots will come out of this uninjured. And apparently, we are ready to go, Bob. 3, 2, 1, and they're off. Bob. Wow, this is exciting. Cookie Monster's coming in really fast, looking really good. JoyX much more cautious, but really looks pretty good going over those bumps there. I don't know why Cookie Monster's throwing uppercuts. This is a race, not a fight. Ooh, up next is the maze, and that is not easy. Cookie Monster seems to just be getting in JoyX's way and actually really being annoying right now. JoyX is going to probably just bypass right past Cookie Monster. And JoyX is the first through the maze. Ooh, he's taking it nice. He's looking really good. Cookie Monster might be having some circuit problems or driver issues. It's unclear. Bob, what do you think about this race so far? I'm having a really good time. I did not know this was going to be this exciting. That maze, at first I thought looked ridiculous, but now I think looks really good. JoyX is going to be the first one over the tools. I hope he doesn't get a flat because some of these tools are dangerous and sharp. Cookie Monster is going back and forth. Somebody get that Cookie Monster a cookie before it just dies out over here. Oh, JoyX looking real good over the tools. And now entering the ramp. This is no joke, folks. As you can see, he's going to have to back up and take this again. That is allowed. You are allowed to fall off the course for the ramp only, though, that is. Only for the ramp. Cookie Monster showing some rather strange techniques, almost like it might be having a robot seizure. Nobody's really clear, but all of a sudden, Cookie Monster is getting back in this race. JoyX is right at the end of the ramp and looks like it's about to take the ramp full speed. Wow, that was exciting. And Cookie Monster going to reattempt the ramp. And JoyX is almost to the speedaway where he's really going to open up. Folks, enjoy this. This is why we're here. It's speed, and JoyX has the need for it. I don't know why he's acting so crazy, but He's back on the track and looking good. And Cookie Monster's coming around the hairpin turn, and we have the first lap finished, and in the lead is JoyX. And Cookie Monster's finally found its footing, and it is approaching this track with severe prejudice, not stopping for anything. Wow, Cookie Monster's looking good and really catching up to JoyX, who's finally over by the cones. And JoyX has a sizable lead over Cookie Monster and is approaching the narrow alleyway. And Cookie Monster is now through the starting line, is approaching the cones for the second time, appears to have much more control, more poise. Now seems like he is here to race. He's approaching the roadblocks and takes them easily. And while he's negotiating that, we have JoyX a little bit stuck right now and getting ready to go through the maze, which apparently he remembers very well and is getting through very quickly, why Cookie Monster is also getting through the maze. Wow, this race is getting pretty tight. We have JoyX coming around the turn. Bob, what are you seeing? I'm seeing Cookie Monster begin to finally show up. JoyX is approaching the tools. I hope that we get no flats here. And getting ready to go on the... JoyX rolls over the tools almost in anger and disgust at them for even trying to hurt him. He's on the ramp, and JoyX is ready to fly off the ramp here. And we have the first driver who has managed to get over the ramp. JoyX is trying to right itself while Cookie Monster is going to reattempt the ramp. And JoyX is coming around the turn and going through the second tunnel. And looking really good, actually. Cookie Monster's finally at the edge of the ramp and ready to do the explosive takeoff. And looking good, back in this race. While JoyX is approaching the speed straightaway and once again, not messing around, taking it really fast. Going out of bounds just a little bit, but getting right back, so no disqualification. And he is first at the finish line for the final lap. And while he's getting his crossing the finish line, we have Cookie Monster just about to get through the tunnel, and hopefully he's going to get its act together once it gets to the straightaway. What are you seeing, Bob? Dick, I'm seeing Cookie Monster finally getting out of the tunnel. Now JoyX is going very slow. It's got a sizable lead. It's over the bumps. It's approaching the narrow path already. It'll be at the maze before we know it. Cookie Monster better get its act together because JoyX is beginning to pull away. And we see Cookie Monster approaching the cones while JoyX is easily maneuvering through the maze. I think both drivers have been through this course now twice, entering their third time, and they both feel real confident about how to manage it. Cookie Monster has really just caught up. I don't know how this happened. Bob, did you see what happened here? No, I did not, but I don't think there's cheating, but I'm a little suspicious. I don't know how Cookie Monster made up that deficit because it was substantial. Well, JoyX is ready to go around the bend and having a little bit of trouble and throwing a bit of a fit. And he's off the course while JoyX somehow has fallen behind. We don't know how this happened, where it happened, or why it happened. But Cookie Monster is now in the lead, and JoyX is pissed. And Cookie Monster is approaching the ramp. Now for this third lap, the developers of this track decided it would be a low ramp to make it so the drivers can approach us with a little more speed and confidence. And Cookie Monster is the first one over the ramp. JoyX is apparently having some tracking problems, and this is really going to hurt. Cookie Monster taking a lead that is only increasing, and JoyX having a lot of technical difficulties. This is very surprising, folks. JoyX was winning this entire race, and then it seems to have had some sort of technical difficulties right at the end, and it's going to be close, but holy, what a finish! Cookie Monster, after trailing the entire event, pulls it out at the end while JoyX was experiencing tracking troubles and pulls out the victory. Bob, what a race!